presented himself.
Yo, what up?
Had
Appreciate it.
Yo, what's up, LA Clive? Got LA Clive in the building. Another day double. What's up, Rage? Appreciate it. GG's. I'm gonna call you real game Clive. Still appreciate the CGs though. I'll take it. Reach. We need you to update your system and log in, sir. I don't even think you played the Simpson season yet, have you? Have you played the Simpson season yet? Shit, I'm asking about. Oh, you say you haven't? Oh, damn. Got to, man. ASAP. Ha ha ha. Oh, yeah. Okay. Barely. God, how did he survive the storm? Fuck. Cheap ass bitch. Damn it. Yo, what up? Bitch. Log in, Rage. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let me check on my food. We'll be right back.
What it's really he made a mistake of trying to like he believed that could hurt him. So, yeah, I'm seeing the pocket. I'm gonna be right here, and I've been him off, but he didn't think I could hit him that hard. I was using the right hand that he red throws. I was trying to use that. I was watching a lot of his films. So I was trying to loop it over and trying to like come over the top and get closer to him. I was trying to use his tactics as far as the right hand's concerned. That right hand would be the right hand that would catch Floyd. Floyd, he's really.
All right, we're on good off FightHype.com. I'm here with Lamont Roach, who makes his ring return December 6th at the Frostbank Center, San Antonio against Pitbull Cruz. Man, I just feel like I just seen you like not too long ago, but I'm sure I can't do it a lot longer since then. So I just want to ask, how has camp been since you went to Florida and kind of started to get acclimated at your new weight?
Camp's it's been pretty grueling. We've been working hard, man. We've been working hard. I'm enjoying the extra weight. It's it's a good thing. So we've been moving and grooving. We've been doing our thing.
With that, I know that the idea is that most times when people are making weight, they kind of feel drained a little bit in camp. So I think I was watching from your YouTube channel that you felt not drained at all. Can you talk about that a little bit from a perspective of a fighter who understands they have to make weight and they have to do certain things, but what's so different from that, I guess, in a little bit more detail?
It's like, specifically it comes down to more so, the things that I can eat or how much I can eat. And it's like a big difference. I don't have to worry about how much I have to eat or how much I consume because we work so hard. And mind you, I'm 40 is 10 pounds from 3 fights ago, 2 fights ago. So, it's a big difference. I don't walk around like a fat, sloppy guy, like a big slob. Like I'm always in the gym, so it's not like I'm carrying a weight or I'm walking around at a weight that's crazy to get down to 140 pounds. Like I walk around like around 150, like on a regular day. So I'm working out every day. I'm in training camp. We're training extra hard. So it's just one of those things where there's nothing that's really going to, even the slightest bit, and I don't want to say drain because I don't be drained in camp from my previous camps, but it's like better when you have the most energy that you can have.
With your camp, I know that, I got a chance to see your son and splitting image of you, man. And I know that being apart from family can be, a little tough. And I know, at this particular camp, I reached out to your father, and I know that, I'm sending my condolences with some of the news about your grandmother. In this kind of setting, moving up in weight, some of the unexpected news, do you feel like, in particular, even though the weight is okay for you physically, is there another challenge that you have to overcome from, some of that? And if you could just talk a little bit about what athletes have to go through when they're apart from their family and stuff like that happens.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, it's a pretty sad time for me and my dad. And it was a little gloomy when the news hit, for sure. It's like, some people forget that boxers go through real life. They just see us in the light of an athlete, and we have feelings, we have things that go on in our lives too, and we have a goal. Obviously, we have a goal. There's a little speed bump along the road, but I just use it. I would definitely use it as fuel as I slowly breathe. It's hard. It's even hard to talk about, honestly. It's such an important piece to my life. Just overall looking at me, I'm 30 years old, bro. Like, I had my grandma in my life for 30 years. So, it's tough. But, I just have to think about what she would like me to do, what she would want to see me if she were still here. And I know that spiritually she'll always be with me. And I want to give her the utmost love, respect, and credit to her, seeing the fact that I would be I would be a figure no matter what lane I was in, whether I was boxing, no matter like whatever, if I was a successful worker, business owner, whatever the case may be, always preached that I would be a star, that I would be someone that is very successful in whatever I choose to be. So I'm very grateful for her.
Yeah, I know that you mentioned on Twitter, and it seemed like you got a lot of support, but she's seen the vision way before essentially you thought. So because of it, you feel like you were able to give her that satisfaction, like as a grandmother.
Yeah, for sure. My grandmother lived to see me have my first child. My grandmother seen me live to my grandmother lived to see me win my first world title. And my grandma lived to see me achieve great heights. Like, what I'm saying? Obviously, she seen me graduate. She seen me, what I'm saying? Like, she seen me with, what I'm saying? Just regular life stuff. Like, she seen me with a girlfriend. She seen me with, what I'm saying? Just stuff that people go through in life. Like, she, what I'm saying? She witnessed that. And I'm so glad that I was able to get that to her.
Awesome. Just kind of going into this particular fight, there's a lot of stakes. You win a fight against Pitbull, it pretty much sets you on a path to practically fight anybody that has a name. And so I know that there's a lot on the ride for this. And so do you feel like you're going to be able to get this win in spectacular fashion coming on December 6th?
I do for sure. And it's because I work hard, bro. It's because I work hard. It's because I'm a student of the game. I always try to get better. I always look for cracks and leaks, whatever the case may be. Not even just in my opponent's game, but mine as well. Like I'm always trying to get better, and I know that I have to do that to be the best. And I know that without this fight, I won't be able to, reach the heights that I can't reach moving forward.
I know you enjoy talking about this, but I don't.
Okay.
It is what it is. Like, I'm going to be fighting where I'm going to come out there guns blazing, sharper as ever, showcasing my skills that I've always shown.
Our final guest of the day, she was very busy last week, had a very big announcement. Ever since her last fight in late July, a lot of people were wondering, where would Claressa Shields go next? Who would she sign with? It was much talked about that she was a promotional free agent, that her deal with Dimitri Salita and Salita Promotions was coming to an end. There was some thought that perhaps she would sign with MVP, who's obviously putting together a big stable of women's fighters, some of the other promotions out there. But mid last week, we found out that she is in fact re-signing with Salita Promotions and Win Records. Massive deal. We'll talk about the terms with her in a moment. But now that saga is over, and we look forward now to her next assignment. We say hello now to the GOAT, the one and only, the pride of Flint, Michigan, the great Claressa Shields. Hello, Claressa. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
It's nice to talk to you again. Thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations on this big deal. And so can we take a step back? End of July, you're in the ring, you're winning at home, massive scene, Little Caesars Arena. What did you think was going to happen? I remember that post-fight interview. I remember Dimitri being by your side, and you were talking about being a free agent. How did you think at that time, the story would play out?
I really had no idea. I was just open to talking to everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. And I really wanted to get the best deal because I know that I'm at a different stage in my career. And I just feel like I want to go high as I can go. I want to make the most money. And I really just feel like I got to put friendships to the side. And I want to, get the real money because I know that I want to keep out on big platforms.
And so how difficult was this process? Talking to everyone, being a free agent?
Oh, my gosh. Listen, it was worth it, but it was so difficult. I mean, listen, I had 4 different contracts. Looking at everybody's contracts, weighing the pros and cons. And listen, I just like, it was very stressful. It was not easy at all. But I almost signed with MVP. Close.
How close? How close?
Like super close.
Okay. So what happened?
Honestly, I like everything that they stand for. Me and the kids were able to talk a lot, and he was, understanding my vision. I think that some of our stuff aligned, but it just wasn't. It wasn't enough money. You know what I'm saying? And look, I love what they got going on over there. I love how they promote fights. What they're doing with Amanda, done with Katie, done with Alicia. Like, I love that. It just wasn't all the way right for me. I had creative control now with my deal with Salida and Win Records. And, with that, it's just a boxing business, but they definitely came with the most money. And I didn't have to explain my vision because I've been working with Salida for 9 years now. And it just was like, listen, I want to be like really, really big. I want to make this event be really, really big because I'm going to go up there and just overperform, So I'm ending right back at home with Salida. But it was great talking with MVP and Eddie Herman.
Oh, you spoke to Eddie as well?
Yeah, when I say I talked to everybody, the only person I wasn't able to talk to was Turkey Al-Sheikh. But I think that's because he's like not really big on women yet. But he always says to everybody that's him, if he was to do a women's fight, he would do one with me. But maybe he was busy around the time. But I just had to work with those 3 or 4 contacts that I had and make the best option.
Did you try to talk to Turkey?
Yeah, but he's very hard to contact, man.
Yeah.
He's very hard to contact.
Fair enough. I can understand that. I think it's interesting that you mentioned the MVP thing because I'll be honest, I thought you were going to go in that direction, if only because of all the names that they've signed in women's boxing. They've really invested deeply into it. But I thought, we talked about it when you were on my show in studio, like it seemed like there was a little bit of friction between you guys. And so I was wondering how you'd get over that. It sounds to me like even though you haven't signed with them ultimately, is it fair to say the friction is gone, that you guys are on the same page at least and there's no more, for lack of a better word, animosity there?
For now, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
Who would say or who would do what. But up on my end, I'm very happy with my decision, and I'm happy to be able to talk with Nikisa, and to have conversations and just to see where I'm falling out even started at. And I feel like we even ended it, but you never know. Somebody may come out tomorrow and say something I don't like, and then I don't say something that they don't like, and they were back beefing again. But MVP had a lot of girls who I do want to fight. They recently just signed Miller. They have Shadesha Green. They have Savannah Marshall. Those are girls who I would love to still get in the ring with. I've already made offers to Raquel Bowden plenty of times, but she said no in the past. So maybe now that she's with MVP, she'll say yes. Same thing with Shadesha. And we already know I beat Savannah. So, but a rematch wouldn't really be too bad. So, they got a good stable, and people who are, just because we're on different sides of the street, don't mean that we can't fight. We can still make those fights happen.
Okay, I'm happy you say that because this is an MMA where if you sign with one promotion, you can't fight someone under another umbrella. This is boxing, right? And look, MVP did Taylor Serrano twice, and Taylor's a matchroom fighter. And so I was going to ask you, the first time they were, actually, I guess the first time they were a part of it. Yes, you're right. So 3 times. I forgot that. That was a matchroom card. These other 2 times were an MVP card, but fair enough.
Okay.
Point being, to me, I thought the most interesting fight for you right now is you versus Shadesha because of the history there and the backstory and whatnot. And so I'm wondering if you get the impression that they will still be open to co-promoting with you and Selena, the fact that you didn't sign with them. What is your impression?
I think that MVP thinks that Shadesha can beat me, which they have all the right to think that. But it's not going to be a hard fight to make, if I'm being honest, to make with any of the girls. I don't think any signing with Toledo will do anything to mess that up. And then, I don't know what's wrong with the boxing world, and I mean this in the most sincere way. Even though, Frank John has kind of switched up and she acting how she acted, but Frank John beat Shadesha. So I don't know why people want to overlook that and say styles make fights. Why won't you fight Shadesha first? It's like, so I'm supposed to just forget about French John like she didn't beat her up? It's like she deserves an opportunity too. I mean, anybody that want to get beat by the bull can fight the bull, right? But it's like, we cannot ignore that French John is better than Shadesha Green. No matter who she signed with. Frank John is a better fighter. Those girls fought. Frank John won. So when it comes to me, it's like I'm gonna pick, who I want to fight for one at the time. But it's like, what makes y'all think that she's so much better than Frank John? Frank John beat her. Like, that's disrespectful to me.
I think there's a couple of things at play here. Maybe I'm wrong. I think, number one, you fought Franchon in your debut and beat her. So at least this is like a fresh matchup. And I think that Shadeja's win over Savannah kind of propelled her to the point where that was the highest profile win of her career and the best opponent that she's ever faced. And I don't know if Franchon has a win over a fighter that's of that caliber. And so I feel like it's not clean, but I think those things are at play here.
And I'm going to act like Savannah just watched Franchon. That fight was close. I was there in person.
No, I know, but you see, like, it's not like 1 + 1 = 2. It's very complicated.
Understand
beat Franchon, Shadeja beat Savannah, Savannah beat French. Like, it's just a weird one.
Yeah, it's a weird one, but I don't like they try to ignore the fact that that happened.
That's fair. I don't think that's. I'm not ignoring it. I just think that there's some spice to the fight, and I think a lot of people.
I mean, but listen, I got enough time to fight everybody. So
Yeah.
It ain't really no big deal about who I fight first or last. It's not a big deal.
So the terms are as announced at the press conference: $8 million for 2 years with a $3 million signing bonus, right?
Yep.
How many fights are required to happen in those 2 years? 4. So 2 and 2, or it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, does it have to be 2 next year and 2 next year, or does it matter?
Yeah. I mean, that's good math. Or if you just get 3 fights next year and then fight 1 the next year. I mean, I wouldn't get for a fight in within 2 years. Honestly.
Okay, and do you know when your next one is?
We still getting that figured out. There's so much going on in women's boxing right now. So many different players. So we just getting that figured out. But it'll be an announcement probably about 2-3 weeks when we get to my time signature. Then we'll make the announcement, do the press conference, and go from there.
Do you have a preference? When, where, and against who? It's up to you. You're the boss.
It's up to me.
Yeah.
Well, my dream is to fight at T-Mobile Arena in front of 25,000 and get back. That's my closest dream in boxing. I think once that's accomplished, I'm like, all right, now I can't be tired, I guess.
No, the battle is next. You still got a lot more to do.
Right, so I'm understanding, like, hypothetically, but I would love to fight there. So my next fight, I don't know if I want to fight. I know I want to try this arena, so I love fighting in Detroit. I want to fight at the Barclays. They said T-Mobile. So wherever we land at, I just know that I'll be prepared to fight and ready to, showcase my skills.
Okay. And an opponent, if it was up to you, would it be Franchon?
It was up to me, which it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. If it's Franchon, if it's Shadeja, if it's Miller, if it's Michaela, it don't really matter. I'm just letting the team do their job. I'm just in a gym, training, getting ready, and trying to become faster, stronger, and smarter. That's all I'm trying to do with Shadeja.
The name we haven't mentioned, and the one that's garnering the most attention, as you know, is Layla Ali. We talk about it, in the last 10 or so days. Breakfast Club, all this stuff. Like, anytime you talk about her, she talks about you, it explodes. And so, are you guys actively pursuing this fight? Is this something that is being talked about behind the scenes?
I don't know if you guys seen it. She already declined me, so I don't talk about it anymore. It is what it is.
You posted a video on your YouTube, explaining the beef and all that stuff, and that garners interest, right? It has 1.5 million views, that video alone.
Yeah, 1.7 or something like that. But at the end of the day, listen, she returned down, and the reason I think people get it misconstrued, they think that, I want to fight her because she's been retired for 17 years, and I'm trying to bully her, and she's old, and she's this, and that's not it. She's the one saying she did not me out, and that nobody could give her competition, and that was my reason for even wanting to fight her. Now that it's been 8 years, and it's over with. Listen, she said no. Perfectly fine. That's A-okay. It is other girls who are better than her, who are active, who I can fight against.
Well, do you think that she's no because of the money, or do you think she just actually doesn't want to fight you regardless of the payday?
Okay. What you ask me?
Do you think that sometimes you say no because you want more money, right? Do you think she wants to fight you but just wants some more money, or do you think she just doesn't want to fight you, period, at this point?
I've been in boxing 20 plus years now, and I've been pro for 9 to 10 years. And you don't say no to a fight that you want if you want more money. It's called negotiating. So there is no, she doesn't want to negotiate, she doesn't want to fight. And like I said, that is like so beneath me now. It is been beneath me. You know what I'm saying? I pulled her cover. She said no. She made $8,000. It is what it is. But your girl decided for $8 million, $3 million signing bonus. And I'm excited to get back inside the ring and show everybody why I got this big lucrative deal, because I'm that girl and I am the version of all time.
When you say you pulled her car, what does that mean? Like you called her bluff, basically? Like she was talking at you?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you made her an actual offer.
Yes.
And how much was
You see, everybody seen it. It was $15 million.
Okay. For one fight.
Just me and her. That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
That's what she said with it.
And what did she say?
Ariel, you know what she said.
I want to hear from you. I don't know what she said. I didn't talk to her about it.
Did you watch her hate documentary?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, she said no.
I know, but what was the reason? I was wondering what the reason was that she gave you.
Honestly, I didn't look into that.
Okay. No, but in the negotiation, did she say no just via YouTube, or did she actually say no to your people?
Her people didn't. Her people came, oh, she's busy with this, she's busy with that.
Okay.
She'll get back to her whenever she can. And I guess the getting back to us was making her use a videos. Which we can't take for the worst account, which, like I said, it is fine. I don't know if you were really talking about this, but I don't.
Okay.
Either it is. Like, I'm going to be fighting, January, February, March against a very sturdy opponent. We're going to come up there, like, as sharper as ever. Showcasing my skills that I've always shown. I've actually got timeouts where I can let some of my injuries heal up and actually get back to training how I used to. So I'm super excited to go into a fight finally. Not having no injuries. My last 2 fights, I was injured very bad, but I still went in there and showcased what a wolf can do. And I'm just ready to get back inside the ring and just continue to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Just to be 100%.
John Arena, 16,000 people, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Just to be clear, and we'll move on. You're 30, she's 47, she hasn't fought since 2007. I don't have much interest in this fight. I was, honestly, I would much rather see you fight Shadeja, Cranshawn, Kayla Mayer.
Yeah.
It was,
you should.
100%. I just couldn't. I looked at the numbers on YouTube, and clearly that's a sign that there's interest. I was like, holy shit, this is
a sign that there's no age about money. All you gotta do is tell me no, and that's it. First of all, nobody turns down that much. Like, I wouldn't do it. It's just not a thing that people do who want to fight. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So I don't understand the whole conversation. But at the end of the day, so I'm still gonna make that in my career. I'm still making more money than she's ever made a fight, and I'm gonna continue to do that. Like, $8 million deal for 2 years is great, but I want to make it to where the girls coming up after me, can make $25 million deals and $50 million deals. So that's what I'm trying to get to, and show them like a real blueprint, because there is a blueprint to make a lot of money in women's boxing. You just have to learn it.
The Michaela one is really interesting with your Olympic background and whatnot.
Oh my God, Michaela kicked very sweet. That's so Michaela came out there like a monster. Like, she's driven, she's like a bass. And I was like, oh Lord. I mean, after the fight, he was like, first person was like, what the hell did happen? I'm great. I love seeing it.
So you like this fight? You like this idea?
No, I do. I think, 160, 154 for me and Michaela would be fair. I haven't been at 160 in the past 2 years, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? If that's a great fight, and she's ranked number 3 on a pound list now, so I mean, like, that'd be great to fight another fighter on the pound list, knowing that we both have the background, went to the Olympics together, and have been around each other the majority of my life. You know, people don't know what TMI was. Like, Caleb taught me how to freaking 10 pound when I was 16.
Oh my God.
Just being able to share the ring with her would be great, and I think it'd be great for women's boxing, to be honest with you.
You mentioned the Olympics, by the way. So you did mention last week the 2028 desire. Do you think this could happen? This could happen, really? And what did that, like, there's no money involved in that, right? So now you're on this trajectory where you're making big money. That would pause it for a minute and compare and kind of read what you have. It's a different style, right? The amateur boxing, Olympic boxing style.
Very different.
Yeah, so
It's very different.
did that make sense financially for you? You've been there, done that, you want to be better.
Well, some stuff you have to do for the history of it. It's not really about the movie. I love representing America. When I went to the Olympics, I love wearing that USA on my chest and being able to just represent my country and to fight others. You know, and it's one of the highlights of my career. To be able to go to the Olympics one time was great, but I've been 2 times. And, you know, to have an opportunity to go and do it again, it's time. Hit up USA Boxing, I'll hit up everybody, and I'll let them. And why the heck would they do that?
What happened? What happened? We'll talk about
Yeah, they know what it is.
That's all good. We still see you.
You know, but I would love to go back and represent my country. And just being able to go for a 3rd Olympic gold medal. And, hey, I'm the last person to win Olympic gold medals for the USA in boxing. 2012 and 2016. So, hey, if the opportunity came and it was a way, which I think it is, I would love to go through the process and do it.
Wow, that would be a spectacle. That would be something. And much respect to you if you do go down that route. Can I ask, because you're very smart, you're very into the business side of things, have you been paying attention to this Ali Act stuff about, you know?
Yeah, I have.
How do you feel about all that attention changing this?
I think that the Ali Act is what protect fighters. You know, giving us the knowledge to know, one, how we're instructed with our promoter, and then to knowing, you know, what's the revenue and what's this and what's that, making sure that we're getting paid fairly. So I think that it should be changed. I think it's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I feel like boxing has become like a thing where it's hard to make fights because these guys want certain money and stuff, and I think that they want to put rules and laws in place to where they can like force these fights and then also keep majority of the fight, which I think is not good for fighters, especially of my stature. So I don't think it should be a limit on how much you can make or whatever, but hey, I think that's just with Dana White in the Riyadh season thing, right?
Yeah, Zuffa Boxing, they're calling it. They're starting a new promotion. You said you talked to everyone. Did you talk to them?
No. I mean, listen, I'm not a beggar. Yeah, I've never had to beg for anything, so I'll let everybody know after my fight I was creative. I'll let it be known. I'm speaking on it. And really, whoever reached out to me and wanted to work with me, that's who I was willing to have a conversation with. And I went and met with in person. I talked to Eddie Hearn over Zoom. Of course, I spoke with Selena. And even when records and everybody sent there their contracts. And that's just kind of what I've been doing with the past few months. But I was happy to finally get it out of the way and just being able to continue in my career.
By the way, you mentioned you don't want to Jake or just say
he called me one time when he's with Nikki stuff like that, but I ended up missing a phone call.
Okay. Maybe, you know, we talked about a lot of opponents. Maybe Sydney Sweeney. That's a potential. You versus Sydney Sweeney. She's the boxing. Yeah. No.
Where did the name from?
The actress, the who's playing Christy
Oh,
Martin.
the one that's playing Christy.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was a joke.
Sorry.
It was a joke. Didn't you say that you'd be willing? Because she said she wanted to maybe
Yeah,
try
they
it. Like,
just asked me about her at my press conference. So I see that she said she want to have a boxing match, right?
yeah, she kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a big Hollywood star.
Yeah, I think she should wear it during her first fight, but after that, if she want to take it off and she gets some more experience, why not? I think everybody should be in a fight. Speaking of, have you ever been in a fight?
Me?
Ariel? Yeah.
A pro boxing bout or an amateur boxing bout?
Either.
Or a street fight?
Either. You ever been in a fight?
No. Are you saying that I don't have the street cred unless I do it, unless I make that walk?
No, it's not really like a street cred thing. It's just like, people like to give judgment and stuff like that to fighters, and it's just like, you don't really understand what fighters have to go through unless you experience it.
Are you saying I'm that kind of guy?
Just saying, like, maybe sometimes your take should be a little,
What? Questionable? Comme ça?
Maybe you go get the food.
No.
What did you get the food? No? Alright. Hold on.
It just says you're insulting me. You said my taste is questionable. Now I'm going to be...
No, but I think it's questionable. I think that sometimes you judge fighters pretty hard a little bit.
You think so? I feel like I'm very respectful.
No, like, you're respectful, but you
God damn.
I respect real niggas. Yes, absolutely.
I do boxing twice a week, and I spar on Friday, but I don't really, I
So
don't...
scared is not fight.
No, but he's my trainer, and he's going like 50%. And he's going not even 50, 15% probably on. But I wear a mouthpiece, and he punches me in the face.
Interesting. I would love to see that.
You want? Can I send you some of my footage?
Please, and lastly,
Yes.
send me your address so I can see your woke down.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
The woke.
Oh, a doll. Oh, you have one?
One, yes.
Okay, it's a deal.
And it's been busy.
You're hard to get to. There's like 8 layers of people to get to.
It needs to be like that.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't listen. I used to be able to just contact me.
Sure.
Now it's like, no, I have to put something in between because people are, one, I'm way too nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm way too nice. But I need to have somebody maybe who's not nice before they get to me so they understand me. Ain't nothing cool crap going.
Well, we're not haters here. I told you that my producer has your signed glove on your head. Every time we show him, your glove is in the shop. You know that right there. Look, that's you.
I appreciate that, Ariel. Like, you have never been biased or anything. I think that you know what's real, and that you respect my skills and everything. And that's all I really want at the end of the day. Just respect my hard work and respect my skills. That's the goal.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to talk about $500,000 to maintain the years. But I want to see if I can give me a chance something because sometimes it's really honest stuff. Be like, oh, yeah, Jack, I can get around me.
What?
I'm really excited about this. I really want to say something. Thank you to every last one of my fans who came to my fights, who bought any of my pay-per-views, who bought any of my gold gear. You guys are so respected and loved by me. And whenever I'm going through some of my social media, like, they're always defending me, sending me motivational messages, and that really means a lot. So I appreciate that. And hey, we're only going higher.
I love it.
Shout out to Salida and Win Records. Woo-hoo!
Congratulations. Well done, Clarissa. All the best to you. You've earned it. You deserve it. Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, Clarissa Shields. Look at that smile. Very happy. She has cashed in a big way. 2-year deal, $8 million over the course of those 2 years, 4 fights, $3 million signing bonus. And I thought she was about to call.
your charm. I can get your cocoa, but that photo sent you home. I pulled up in Soho in a Robo Cybertron. I don't care what they on, I'm from Two Fingers and Thumb. Sure they swing my way.
Damn!